Welcome to the Rap Soul Podcast, where we dive deep into the world of music that moves our hearts and gets our feet tapping. This is the intersection of rap and soul music from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. We appreciate you for listening. Share this podcast with a friend or family member who loves music as much as you do. The podcast is hosted by 12 Kyle. Next up, the Rap Soul Podcast.
As fans of D'Angelo, we miss him. We miss his music. We miss the person he is. Again, rest in peace to D'Angelo. Major shout out to his kids who he's left behind and his loved ones, his family, his friends, his collaborators that we're going to talk about on this episode. And, just salute to him, man. A great person, a great artist. And you guys know what I always say when someone passes. I go back to the lyric that I heard from 8 Ball. If I die, press play and bring me back to life. And that's what we get a chance to do each and every time that we listen to D'Angelo's music. We get a chance to bring him back to life. So in theory, he will never leave because his music lives on forever. Welcome to another edition of the Rap Soul Podcast. I am your boy 12 Kyle. I want to thank you all for tuning in as you do each and every week. Again, this is the Rap Soul Podcast. This is the intersection where we have discussions about music and artists from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Simply put, folks, it's the best music podcast that you have never heard until right now. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in as you do each and every week. Shout out to those of you who are watching on YouTube as well as Spotify. Check this out. All right. At the time of this recording, it's been a few months since we lost a legend. One of my favorite artists of all time in any genre, my man, Michael Archer, a.k.a. D'Angelo. He tragically passed away in 2025 from cancer. If you follow the podcast, you know that I did an episode, just honoring him and doing a tribute to him. Shout out to my homegirl Sharon, who did the episode with me, and I know she's going to be watching this episode. And I'm sorry, Sharon, I didn't get you on this episode. It was really like a spur of the moment thing, but I definitely want to have Sharon back on the podcast again to talk music. But yeah, on this one, I just want to give y'all some of my favorite D'Angelo collaborations, because not only was D'Angelo a great artist and an entertainer, but he had some great collabs, I think, that people don't really talk about. And so what I did was I kind of compiled a list of my 12 favorite D'Angelo collaborations. Now, I personally rank them. You can do the same. You don't have to rank them, but I did just based on where they rank as far as my favorites. All of them, every single collaboration that I'm going to lay out on this podcast episode is a dope collaboration. Every single one that I'm going to lay out is worthy of being at number one. So just because I give you number 12, it doesn't mean that it can't be one for some of you. And as you go through the list, you'll probably agree with some you may not agree with, and that's okay. This is my list. I don't care. And I love and miss D'Angelo on the real. Really talented brother. Never got a chance to meet him. I did see him in concert, and it was incredible. And I just wanted to do this one because as a fan, we miss him. I don't think I'm wrong in speaking for everyone when I say as fans of D'Angelo, we miss him. We miss his music. We miss the person he is. Again, rest in peace to D'Angelo. Major shout out to his kids who he's left behind, and his loved ones, his family, his friends, his collaborators that we're going to talk about on this episode. And, just salute to him, man. I mean, a great person, a great artist. And you guys know what I always say when someone passes. I go back to the lyric that I heard from 8 Ball. If I die, press play and bring me back to life. And that's what we get a chance to do each and every time that we listen to D'Angelo's music. We get a chance to bring him back to life. So in theory, he will never leave because his music lives on forever. But selfishly, we wanted him here a whole lot longer. And, Sharon and I spoke on the episode about how much we were in shock to get the news that he had passed, because very few people knew that he was battling liver cancer. That being said, we still feel great and we feel honored the fact that we have this music that we can always tap into. And so without further ado, let me get this cracking. My favorite D'Angelo collaborations. Now let me start before I get started. Let me just say, obviously one of his major collaborators is Amir Questlove Thompson. He and Questlove work together a lot. So he doesn't, I'm talking about just songs on this right here. So while he has songs with Questlove, he has songs that, that he produced with Questlove. Those are all on his album. So these are songs that he did with other artists outside of Questlove. So I just want to kind of preface that, because I'm sure there are probably some people that saw the title and said, oh, what song is he going to list that he did with Questlove? None. In fact, no, there may be one or two on here, but for the most part, so it won't be Questlove. But nonetheless, I just wanted to kind of get that out there. And as always, with a list, you have an honorable mention. So I'm going to start with an honorable mention. And that is the song Imagine. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and D'Angelo. Now, I know that's a weird pairing on the surface, but it really isn't. On the track, Dr. Dre and Snoop rap. They wonder about the possibilities of what could be. And D'Angelo's signature sound is all over it. His falsetto is just beautiful on this track, and I love this song. It was one that I was really surprised to see and hear when it came out, but it's very, very slept on, I think. But he's primarily on the hook, and I think his voice balances out Dre and Snoop. And it's a very, very dope performance. So shout out to Dre and Snoop, Imagine with D'Angelo. Coming in at number 12, the number 12, Believe with Q-Tip. I love this joint, man. This one means a lot because of, Q-Tip's relationship with D'Angelo. They go way back, and I think this was on Q-Tip's solo album, if I'm not mistaken. They were members of the Soulquarians. And well, Q-Tip wasn't a member of the Soulquarians, but he was a member of Native Tongues. But basically the two musical tribes got together, if you will, the Native Tongue tribe and the Soulquarian tribe. And this was Q-Tip's sophomore studio album, The Renaissance. That's what it was on. And I thought it was dope, man. I really thought it was dope. This is vintage D'Angelo and vintage Q-Tip. So shout out to them for that one. A super, super dope track called Believe. Like I said, it's from the Renaissance album from Q-Tip. That comes in at number 12. Number 11, So Far to Go with Common. They made magic on this one. I absolutely love this one. It was produced by the late, great Jay Dilla, who is also a member of the Soulquarians. They captured some magic on this one. And this also appeared on Jay Dilla's The Shining album as well. And it was on Common's Finding Forever album as well. But it marked the creativity of the three gentlemen that I mentioned. And it's a creative bond that they had between Common and Jay Dilla and D'Angelo. And Jay Dilla actually talks about his relationship with D'Angelo in some interviews. And Common and Jay Dilla were really tight. And so, Jay Dilla, when he talked about getting to meet D'Angelo and hanging out with him, he said that, like, they instantly hit it off. And it's just amazing, man. And if you follow the podcast, I'm a huge Jay Dilla fan. I can imagine Jay Dilla and D'Angelo in heaven right now, just vibing, just making some dope ass music. But yeah, so far to go, that was a really, really dope joint, man. I still love it, and what you'll find is, for me, all of these songs still get played for me. Like, I never stop playing them. So I listen to most of the albums that they appear on. It's still in my rotation. So it's not like it's something that I stopped listening to and had to go back to. So yeah, shout out to Jay Dilla, Common, and D'Angelo. So far to go. Number 10, Tell Me, Slum Village featuring D'Angelo. Again, a collaboration with Jay Dilla. Shout out to Slum Village. This one's special, man, because it smooths out Slum Village's album. That was on the Fantastic Volume 2 album. And oh my God, it is just so smooth, man. D'Angelo on the keys, and with Jay Dilla's production, and Slum Village rapping, man. This is a smooth ass track. If you're not familiar, please get familiar as soon as this episode ends. Go check that out. Tell Me. Again, it's on the Slum Village album, Fantastic Volume 2. It is a banger still to this day. Coming in at number 9, Left and Right featuring Method Man and D'Angelo. This obviously was on the Voodoo album. What can I say, man? I love this joint. And every time I think about this song, I flash back to when D'Angelo did the verses, and he had Redman and Method Man come out and they rapped. This is technically the only feature that is on Voodoo of other artists. And the Red and Meth, come on, man. If you love hip hop, you know about what those two can do when they collaborate. But working with D'Angelo, and they had worked with D'Angelo in the past, which led up to them working together on this particular album, on the Voodoo album, D'Angelo's sophomore album. It was a joy to hear, man. And it's still, hearing them rap, hearing D'Angelo sing, it just honestly puts a smile on my face, man. I love this joint. Shout out to Redman, Method Man, and of course D'Angelo, Left and Right off the Voodoo album. Next up, number 8, Breakups to Makeups with Method Man. Again, I mentioned just now that Method Man had worked with D'Angelo before. I think this was the first time that they worked together. Method Man on this track, he's talking about, the breakup that he had, and, how chicks, and I don't know if he was speaking from experience, but he was just talking about how I love the track. I love the part where he says, you didn't want me when you had me. Now you're in your third baby daddy, and you hate to see a nigga happy. Man, that's my joint. And D'Angelo is just singing. He's got the hook. And it's a cool ass video too. If you haven't seen it in a while, or you've never seen it, check it out on YouTube as well. Love this joint, man. Again, I ranked this at number 8, but this could have been number 1, and it may be number 1 for some of you. And so, don't get so caught up in my ranking, but just these are my personal favorites. If you ask Sharon, she might say something different. If you ask Kevin, he may say something different as well. So it just really depends. Yeah, but that joint came out, I want to say in 98. That was on Method Man's To Cal 2000 album. But yeah, it was very melodic, very dope joint. Coming in at number 7, again with another Wu-Tang member, Cold World remix with the Jizza and Inspector Deck with D'Angelo. D'Angelo on the remix is cold. I mean, Cold World was already a dope joint. But he replaced, I want to say Lifelines. Was that who? I think that was who was on there on the RZA remix. And they added Inspector Deck and the remixes and the original and D'Angelo's riffs. A1. A1. You can't beat that right there. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I said, you could make a case that it could be higher, it could be lower. It may be higher on some of your list, and it may be lower on some others. But yeah, this is my joint right here. This is my joint. This is my joint for real. And right now it's time to take a quick commercial break. On the other side of the break, I'll give you the remaining 6. I've given you 7 so far. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a second. We are back. Once again, it's your boy 12 Kyle. This is the Rap Soul Podcast. And when I'm telling you about my favorite D'Angelo collaborations, before the break, I gave you numbers 12 through 7, and now I'm going to give you 6 through 1. Again, I rank them. You don't have to rank them, but these are just my joints that I love where D'Angelo had some really, really dope collaborations. Coming in at number 6, again, from the Voodoo album, Devil's Pie featuring DJ Premier. Listen, fuck the slice, want the pie, why is why, till we die. Watch us all stay alive for a slice of the devil's pie. I love, man, this one, when I heard Voodoo for the first time, this track really blew me away. Like, when I saw DJ Premier's name on it, I was like, okay, what is Primo going to do? And I mean, Primo, y'all know how he gets down. I mean, he's got scratches. He's got, the whole vibe going. It was just real. It was truly a breath of fresh air for me. I did not think that was even capable. And we didn't know, when Voodoo came out, at least I didn't get any type of preview as to who was going to be on the album or anything like that. But yeah, this song is a breath of fresh air. Like I said, as dope as the Voodoo album is, having Devil's Pie, having Left and Right on it, I thought was genius because it is a little off kilt from what the rest of the album sounds and feels like, but it fits perfectly to me. I'm not saying Voodoo's a perfect album, but it's damn near close. It's damn near close. To me, it is. Next up, number 5, Be Here with Raphael Sadiq. Man, this one, I was surprised because this song had come out and had been out for maybe about a month or two before I realized that it was out. And I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, D'Angelo and Raphael Sadiq. I was like so happy to hear that because if you know, like they've collaborated before, but like the thing is to see them on a video and to see the music and to hear the music, I thought was really, really dope. These guys, from what I was always told, were like brothers, extremely close. I'm sure Raphael Sadiq was probably one of the few people who knew how sick D'Angelo was. And I don't know if I'm sure he's spoken about it publicly, but, he kept it to himself, if you will. But yeah, Be Here, that's my joint. That is my joint. It forever gets play. It's on a couple of playlists that I have, and it still bangs to this day. I mean, what can I say? Coming in at number 4, a collaboration with Common, Ghetto Heaven Part 2, from the Like Water for Chocolate album. Man, this joint, what can I say? This one is so dope. Common's, his rhymes fit, D'Angelo's hooks fit. When he starts off singing, You know I love my baby loves me. And the song Ghetto Heaven, I mean, obviously you know where that comes from. And it's weird because on Common's album, the version of the album that I had when I bought the CD, I had the D'Angelo version, but there's also a version where D'Angelo's not on it and Macy Gray is on it. No disrespect to Macy Gray, but she shouldn't have been on that. I don't know what happened or how or why. There were some CDs and tapes for that matter, that had Macy Gray's version and not D'Angelo's version. But do yourself a favor. If you have on Spotify the D'Angelo version, you don't need to hear the Macy Gray version. And if you have the Macy Gray version, skip it and go to YouTube and listen to the D'Angelo version. I think I know I still have the Common CD, Like Water for Chocolate. I normally listen to that album at least once or twice a month. And when I listen to it, I will, because I think on Spotify, they don't have the D'Angelo version. So I will listen to the album all the way through. And when I get to that song, I don't skip the song. I pause it and I go I go to YouTube, watch Ghetto Heaven, and listen on that version. And then I pick up on the other side of the next track. No, I'm not listening to Macy Gray version. I'm sorry. But anyway, I went on a little rant there. Nonetheless, great collaboration. Again, Common, D'Angelo smoked it. I mean, I could make a case that it could be at number 1. So coming in at number 3, man, Lady remix with AZ. This one's going to be number 1 for a lot of people. AZ and D'Angelo, produced by Primo. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? I love this joint. The video is so cold. I mean, Erykah Badu's in the video. I think Faith is in the video, if I'm not mistaken. Faith's daughter, China, is in the video. Man, I love this joint, man. And AZ, D'Angelo got the leather jacket on, looking chill. He behind the piano, behind the boards, and AZ come through with the black leather. Smoked it. Again, it could be number 1 for a lot of you. I love this joint, man. One of my favorite collaborations of all time. Coming in at number 2, this may be a shock for some, because there may be some of you who don't even know this song. And if you don't know the song, shame on you. But this song is incredible. Hypnotic. The Roots from the Illadelph Half-Life album. Oh my God. This was 96. If you were outside in 96, if you were in a car in 96, I was bumping this, man. This is my joint. I love this. That's like my favorite song off the album. And that's an incredible album. Personally, I think it is the best album from 1996, which is saying a lot given the fact that 96 released some smokers that year, right? But D'Angelo's ad-libs, the way he blends in, man, listen, it's incredible. It is truly, truly incredible. The subject matter, Black Thought does his thing. You can't get any better than that. I think that's one of the greatest collaborations. And again, I've got it at 2. Some may have it lower, which is fine. But I couldn't put it at number 1. Because at number 1, Nothing Even Matters at All with L Boogie, aka Lauryn Hill. If you follow the Rap Soul podcast, I actually did an episode breaking down the lyrics on this song. This is a beautiful love ballad. There was talk, I don't know how serious the talk was, but there was talk that there was going to be more songs from Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo. There was even talk about a possible collaboration album. Well, Lauren, if you follow history, went through some things and she got away from the music industry. And, rightfully so, understood, right? But what we would not have given to hear the two of them on another track or another album, it would have been incredible. But since we don't have that, this song will suffice 10 times. These buildings could drift out to sea, some natural catastrophe. Still, there's no place I'd rather be, 'cause nothing even matters to me. Oh man, listen. That song is so beautiful. It is one of in my opinion, is one of the best love ballads I've ever heard. It helps that it was made by two people that I'm a huge fan of, but listen, man, I don't think anybody's touching that. That's my number one. And I'm not ranking them for your debate, because debate your mama, right? I just had to get on here and talk about some of my favorite D'Angelo collaborations. He did a lot of music. He touched a lot of people. His music will continue to live on. God bless his children. Please, pray for them, especially his oldest son. Having his mom was Angie Stone, so he lost both of his parents last year. But bless his children, all of them. I know that they're hurting, and things kind of change, once time moves on and people move on. But I haven't moved on, and I'm not going to move on. I'm going to always big up D'Angelo and his music. I'm always going to listen, because again, I'm a fan. And I've thoroughly enjoyed his music. But these collaborations, again, from the honorable mention Imagine to Believe with Q-Tip, So Far to Go with Common, Tell Me with Slum Village, Left and Right with Method Man and Redman, Breakups to Makeups with Method Man, tongue-tied, Cold World remix with Jizza and Inspector Deck, Devil's Pie with DJ Premier, Be Here with Raphael Sadiq, Ghetto Heaven Part 2 with Common, Lady remix with AZ, Hypnotic with The Roots, and Nothing Even Matters at All with Lauryn Hill. I think I've laid out a case that these are some great collaborations. Please tell me what you think. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Thanks again for checking out this edition of the Rap Soul Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. We drop new episodes weekly. If you're on social media, hit us up, Rap Soul Podcast. If you're on YouTube, you can check out our channel there as well. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And lastly, if you'd like to contribute to the podcast financially, hit us up on Cash App, $TWELVEKYLE. Again, that's going to do it for me. Thanks again for checking out this edition of the Rap Soul Podcast. I am your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000. Cheers.
Thank you for listening. This concludes the episode. Be sure to subscribe to the Rap Soul Podcast. You can find the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Follow the podcast on social media. And feel free to continue this discussion on our Reddit page. More importantly, share this podcast with a friend or family member who loves music as much as you do. Until next time, 5,000.